morning, Mr. Chairman and Senior Management Team of Singapore Red Cross. My name is Matthew and I'm very honored to be able to stand in front of you all today to be entrusted with this opportunity to present to you all about this new campaign that we are coming up with, the team and I have come up with. So basically, for this presentation, do feel free to stop me anytime and I'll answer any questions that you all have. So without further ado, so today we'll be talking about, we are focusing on one topic, which is the young adults. So what is so interesting about these young adults? Well, young adults are categorized by their age, which is 20 to 25 years old. And for them, during this age group, they are going through many phases of their life. For example, some of them are serving NS, mostly men, but also women as well. Also, a lot of them are going through their studies, for example, polytechnic studies or university studies. And also, some of them are going through their work now or going through internship. So currently in Singapore, for the amount of blood donors, currently in 2012, there was a showing of 22,673 blood donors who are actually young adults. So this is actually less than 1%. This is actually about 1% of the population of Singapore that actually donated blood. But now moving forward to 2016, we realized there's actually been a drop in the number of blood donors in the young adults category, which dropped from 2,000 to 19,868, which is actually around 2,000 less blood donors over these past 4 years, which really shows that our blood donation has been dropping in recent years. So for me, what I believe young adults are impressionable. Impressionable in the sense that we are able to put an impression on them to donate more blood in the future. They are influential because they are able to influence their friends and all the people around them in order to donate more blood. And also they are integral. They're integral to our society because without them, they're actually the foundation of our society. And with them, we'll be able to cultivate a habit of blood donation. So it's important to tackle on this issue of having more young adults to donate more blood, so that we can have in the future definitely have abundance of blood in our blood banks. So what is the goal of this campaign? So the goal of the campaign is very simple. Currently, we are facing 1% of the population donating blood, which are young adults, and we hope that by the end of the campaign, we can achieve 20% of the blood donations being young adults. 90% is a 6-month campaign that we're going to have, and to see a 90% jump looks actually quite impossible. But I always live by one quote, which is nothing is impossible because the word itself says impossible. So we actually came up with some campaign with the objective which being that is actually the start. What we aim to have is actually to give these young adults the opportunity to have a first start, guide them in their first step in order to make these blood donations. So what's stopping these young adults from making blood donations? Well, actually we've conducted many surveys and we've done our research, looking through like Facebook portals and on threads online, and realized certain comments that we made about blood donations. So one would be like, someone else has already donated, so I don't need to donate. This is some of the common things that have been said. Also, blood donation is very troublesome. Does it hurt to donate blood? And Singapore should have helped out. I'm sure they don't need mine. So these are some of the things that many people question on online portals, and these are questions that are unanswered to them because nobody has actually answered them. So actually previously Singapore Red Cross actually come up with some campaigns to have blood donation drives in order to to encourage people to come down. So there's things like she saved 111 lives, and also he saved 184 lives, and also there's also advertisements on like all the different kind of blood donation drives available. But the thing about it is that young adults, because they're being very impressionable, they want to relate to something. And as you can see, although being very inspirational stories, they cannot relate to all these different kind of stories because they are not in those phases of life where they have their friends donating blood to save 111 lives. So in order to tackle this problem, the team and I have decided to come up with a very interesting solution, which is we hope to start up a bazaar donation drive. So and this bazaar donation drive, we will call it the Red Cross Bazaar. So during this, we hope to attract more young people, get them to come down, because at this bazaar we have actually quite a big lineup of events going on. So firstly, we will actually want to invite some influencers and popular YouTube celebrities. For example, maybe the Smart Local, Night Owls Fanatics, and also maybe like S1017, these kind of influencers. So these are very important to help us because most of these influencers have actually achieved following, and many of these young adults actually follow closely to their lifestyle and actually look up to them. So by having them to come down and give speeches and interact with some of the young adults that are going there to donate blood, they can actually be educated and they may find it easier to relate to all these people donating blood. And at the same time, we would also like to invite local artists such as Sam Willows or Gentle Bones or even Nathan Hartono. These people can actually come down to attract crowds that really enjoy music, and we really make the ambience seem a bit more fresh and create a more pleasant ambience for them. And at the same time, because like many of currently in Singapore, many young adults are into the trend of listening to local artists, so they also follow these artists very closely, and thus through the power of music, they'll be able to understand more about blood donations as well. And also we hope to create like sound like a theme song for the blood donation drive, so that we can be able to like ensure that we have something catchy for the young adults to really like tune along to. And like what I always believe is that other than love, the most universal language in the world is music. So I think through music they also can influence all these young adults and really be able to allow them to understand better like the needs and the necessity for blood donation. So moving on. So actually there's been a statistics done by the government collating about all these, whether how applicable all these using of all these influencers and YouTubers is. Basically in Singapore now we have a population of about 5.74 million people, and out of these 5.74 million people, 4.4 million of them are active social media users. And from these 4.4 million, about 1 million of them are actually young adults that actually use social media. So you can see that these social media platforms are something that's very key to many of these young adults' lifestyle, and it will be actually beneficial for us to invite all these influencers down, because it's very obvious that many of these influencers actually have a big impact on these people's lifestyle. And actually there's also been influencers that have actually done such similar kind of activities, such as actually TSL actually did a blood donation video before. And also there's also been like this lady from Wild Banana, her name is Miss Foxy. Yeah, she's also done blood donations before. And also like many YouTubers also like to do like charitable work. So I would think we feel that the team feels that all these influencers will definitely be open to collaborate with us. Other than also having all these artists coming down and influencers, we also be thinking, because it's a bazaar, obviously we have to have things being sold. So recently in Singapore there's actually been a Superga factory sales. So we were also thinking of having brands such as Superga, Adidas, Nike, and Fila to come down, and also have another organization like Salvation Army to also help us, because it's now trending in Singapore to do like thrift shopping and stuff. So many young adults actually look towards thrift shopping as a way to like do retail therapy and stuff. So we feel that this will attract the crowds, because like they'll be quite enticed to come down and like take a look at what's going on. And at the same time, we feel that these companies will want to help us, because like it will be a good opportunity for all of us to have a collaboration. Because through this collaboration also they will be able to better attain some social responsibility at the same time. And together we'll be able to like create an environment where we can like be able to educate and teach all these young adults. At the same time, we allow them to have an area where they can relax and stuff. So the location that we're thinking of having it, the bazaar at SSK, because actually previously there was actually a blood donation drive done by Red Cross over there, and it was actually a huge success. So and having it in the town area where many of these young adults go to and congregate on the weekends will be very viable for them, because they'll be able to come down and it will be easy for them to go to a place which they're familiar with, which is SK, in the middle of town. So you may ask like how are we supposed to how is it going to go for these young adults to be able to attend this bazaar? So basically what we hope to achieve, right, is for these young adults to actually come in first, and then sit down and maybe do a blood donation first. After that, after doing their blood donation, they'll then post their blood donation or them having their blood donated on Instagram. With obviously the hashtag Red Cross Bazaar, so that this will create an awareness and allow other people like their friends to be able to see that, oh, my friends are donating blood, why not I donate blood too? So then this will create like a chain reaction effect, like a ripple effect, so that more people will start to donate blood. And at the same time, then after doing so, they will then be granted entry into the bazaar. Of course, there is also the issue where some people cannot donate blood on the spot because of some maybe deficiencies in like their iron and stuff like that. Definitely we come up with a solution, which is we hope to be able to get them to sign our petition or pledge, and then also like make an appointment with Red Cross so that they can come down to our offices at the headquarters in order to make a blood donation at the same time. But also posting their pledge on Instagram as well so that people can see. So last but not least, we move on to the budget. So the budget that actually set was by the Singapore Red Cross actually was $10,000. But after looking at through the location booking and the tentage that are required to set up, plus the miscellaneous cost of booking some of these artists, we actually came out with a total of $4,000 for the location rental, which is actually $3,500 plus a $500 service charge. Also about $3,000 spent on tentage, including your chairs, your tables, all this kind of stuff to set up the booths. And also $1,000 go for miscellaneous costs, which could be the payment for some of the artists to come down and perform on stage for us. So in grand total, it's actually $8,000, which is $2,000 less than the budget that's actually set for us, which is within budget basically. So with that, I'd like to say that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So although this may be some small little steps that we're taking in order to ensure that we can be able to further achieve our target, but at least we take this small step together will allow more young adults to have that awareness and understanding, and also they'll take that time out of their busy schedule to probably come down and also be able to learn more about blood donation and be able to better understand how to help the society with donating their blood. With that, are there any questions?
Okay, help me understand a little bit. You put aside $1,000 for the miscellaneous, right? Have you checked out how much you think? Talking about some popular names, right?
Well, like some popular names, recently because there have been other events happening within Skate itself. From what we researched on, certain artists can go up to about $500, but also some artists can be around $200 per set when they play. So looking at these artists over there like Sam Willows and some artists, we may not be able to afford all of the artists, but definitely about 2 or 3 of them, or even some up and coming artists, we will definitely be able to afford to come down. So about maybe a lineup of 3 to 4 artists will be definitely viable within the budget.
Okay. Now the other thing is that you have actually only one event, right? If I hear you correctly, right? For the entire one, and this is the only event,
right?
For the entire 6-month period.
Right.
Why just one event?
Well, we feel that it's better to focus all our resources on a single event. We did consider having an event at many different universities or schools, but we felt that it was very, we were unable to connect with a large crowd because it only limited to those people within the faculty, and we feel that like not many people will come down, take their time to travel all the way to these schools in order to make a blood donation. So we wanted to create something, a comfortable environment that teenagers can really relate, like young adults can really relate to, so that they will all be able to take some time out of their schedule to come down and make a blood donation, at the same time like really enjoy the day and be more well educated on like certain things about learning how to better ready their body before blood donation, and how to like influence their friends also to come down for some blood to make a blood donation as well.
Now I also noticed you put a number of stalls, right?
Correct.
That you tend to bring in people like Nike, Adidas, even the Salvation, right? Is there going to be any revenue from this store? Are you going to give them free or what?
Most likely, these stores will just come in as vendors who probably just sell their goods for, without paying any rental. But there will be no revenue made by us. It's just a collaboration between both our company and their company, so that we both can have they can have the public PR, like we are like a good PR stunt for them. At the same time, it will definitely help us to attract more young adults to come over, because there are definitely brands that we are interested in to look at over there. And it will be at factory prices, so it will be definitely more affordable.